You really have no idea what's happening, right? Anne just rejected his proposal in a heartbeat, and the next day she excitedly rushed to the magazine office to search for the secrets of horses. She scoured encyclopedias of riding worldwide for quirky horse tales, she so determined. Anne finally found a clue in a book after her relentless search. She discovered the legend of horse whisperers, not My Little Pony. In ancient times, people communicated seamlessly with horses in dreamy grasslands. Back then, horse whisperers invented a horse language known only to them. The horses were terrified, ready to leap out of the universe. The ancient tales talked about before the new century arrived. The mighty horses were first fitted with bridles. See, what we have now is no ordinary. Since then, some folks popped up who could chat with horses, seeing through their souls like animal therapists, soothing the heartaches. Anne hustled in every way possible to find the article's author, Tom, who lived far away in Montana, where he had his little ranch. She immediately decided to sway Tom with cash, but their first chat felt like a battle. Anne, never one to shy away from a challenge. She couldn't resist the urge to think about personally visiting the ranch and, while she was at it, making a pit stop in New York to catch a glimpse of the Pilgrims. That very night, Anne quietly returned to her daughter's room and was astonished to find Grace's mood had deflated to its lowest possible point, akin to a balloon that had been punctured. After seeing the Pilgrim, Grace decided to heed the caretaker's advice and help him see what a little hero. Deep down, she thought the Pilgrim was as useless as she felt. It broke Anne's heart, and she was on the verge of tears. She couldn't just sit back while her daughter was a sad sack. The next day, she made a shocking decision to turn her daughter into a real hero. Anne decided to take Grace and the Pilgrim on a 3,000-kilometer journey to Montana to find the mysterious Ant Whisperer who said she couldn't do it. Robert opposed Anne's idea, but she was set. They soon clashed, Robert saw caring for a moody horse and daughter as an ultimate danger mission. Just then, Grace appeared, and she wasn't keen on heading to Montana at all, firmly shooting down her mother's plan. But Anne stood her ground, unsure how to explain to her husband, feeling it was right. Next morning, she borrowed a trailer and set off with Grace. Gazing out the window, Grace's mood was still low, like a bird that had lost all its feathers. With her headphones on, she said not a word. Once the rain stopped, they passed the historic battle site. Anne eagerly hoped to show her daughter the sights, but Grace's face said, "Messy, what a little ice princess." When Anne arrived at the museum, it was closed, and Grace mercilessly mocked her mother. As a result, the mother-daughter duo erupted into a full-blown argument. It was fitting for a family drama script. What exactly are you trying to convey? That's gone to work, and you're in charge of making all the decisions. Now can you please put an end to this drama for a moment? Do you even know what you're doing? You're just amazing. I'm definitely not bored at all. You think I don't know the truth? I'm not some gullible little kid. Now I have to ask, how much longer till we get there? I don't know. What can his name possibly achieve? Honestly, I truly have no idea. There is simply no answer to that. Just persist in doing what you're doing. As the top editor at the magazine, Anne's work identity ruled the roost at home. Even her husband had to toe the line. But this time, going to Montana with her daughter, deep down, she had no clue if it was the right call. That was a lot of pressure. At the ancient battlefield site, she clutched the iron railing, heart racing. What a pro who had no clue how to be a good mom. She didn't know how to communicate with her daughter or save her and the Pilgrim. Till late, Grace finally got staff to find Anne. Once Anne got back in the car, she instantly flipped into work mode, handing Grace a jacket and continuing the unfinished journey. She navigated winding roads and snow-covered valleys before finally arriving at a grassland with no signs. The only landmark was Anne could only stop at the crossroads, surrounded by an infinite universe, thinking, don't get lost in outer space. She took a path across the grassland, and as the sky darkened, the mother-daughter pair checked into a motel, exhausted like two marshmallows. The next morning, Anne followed the motel owner's tip and arrived at a secluded ranch, shocked by the stunning scenery. The winding dirt road resembled Earth's veins, stretching far, with green pastures like fairy homes, distant mountains veiled in misty beauty. Anne walked along the dirt road, finally encountering the legendary Ant Whisperer, Tom, with his brother and nephew fixing up the fences. Tom was surprised by their unexpected visit, never thinking that Anne would trek 3,000 kilometers to bring her daughter and a horse to see him. Anne only wanted Tom to take a peek at the Pilgrim, and if there was no hope, she'd just leave with her daughter the next day. Looks like it's a day. Although Tom felt a bit skeptical, seeing they travelled so far, he decided to help check out the Pilgrim. Just as he entered the motel, Tom noticed Anne on the phone, looking very focused. The long city life gave Anne a nervous leg shake, cough cough, but what caught Tom's attention was that the girl had lost one of her legs. Grace covered her joint with her hands, cursing her terrible luck, while Tom didn't press further and chatted cordially with her. Grace spoke a bit sharply to the strange man, but Tom wasn't fazed, waiting till Anne hung up the call. Tom took the initiative to request a look at the Pilgrim, and when Anne inquired of Grace if she would like to accompany them, Grace exhibited absolutely no interest. When Tom entered the backyard, the motel owner suggested insurance, saying there was a monster. Tom opened the fence, and the pilgrim in the dock resembled a battle-ready super horse. Looks like he had a flair for drama, but as soon as Tom approached, the pilgrim turned restless, as if to say, "Let me show you who's boss." Tom swung the lasso, pushing the pilgrim to the edge of the corral, but the pilgrim wasn't having it at all. So Tom gently moved, using the lasso to chase the pilgrim away, crouching. See, looks like he's got to charm this monster. Did you enjoy this video? Don't forget to like and subscribe.